Hello there, everyone. TheAndrata here, and welcome back to episode 81 of our Enigmatica 6 Let's Play series, where today we are continuing on with our Pneumaticraft repressurized exploration, deep dive, playthrough, whatever you want to call it. And I decided to go ahead and throw a quantum entanguloporter onto our LPG, well, really onto our XNet here, and start having this store LPG. Quantum entanguloporters are from Mechanism, and they are basically, they're very similar to ender tanks, and they're not terrible to make. I had two. I must have gotten two from a chest or a quest for free. But basically, they're very similar to ender tanks. They're meant to work with Mechanism stuff, but they work with everything too, like any fluids and stuff. They have a UI, so what you do is you set your channel. So I have an LPG channel. In hindsight, I should have set this to LPG in, but that's okay. So we have an LPG channel, and we can set it up to be side config. It's currently on items, but we have fluids as an input on the top, and then everything else is disabled. But you can do items, fluids, gases, slurries, infused types, and even heat. So you pipe the stuff in, and then you get another quantum entanguloporter, put it out on the ground somewhere, wherever, set it to whatever channel you want, and you have wireless transfer of those things. It does have an internal buffer. I think it's 512 bucket internal buffer. I can't remember off the top of my head. So you can see here it is filling up, and then yeah, you can set it. It's not necessarily the super fastest thing in the world, but it works. And the reason I decided to go with that is because I'm starting to forget what colors I've used for my ender tanks, and yeah, it's easier to just say, hey, LPG, that's the channel that we want. So I wanted to show you that, and that's pretty much all I've done in between episodes. We need to start working on getting our advanced liquid compressor, and that's the reason I got the LPG here, so that we can start pumping LPG into that bad boy instead of lava, and start getting LPG in here. Now, question that I have is, do I want to set up the entanguloporter here, the second one, to output to one of these? And that's why I was saying I should have an LPG in channel. So I have LPG going in to the quantum entanguloporter. It would export out into a black hole tank, and then we can have another one here that would be the LPG out, similar to like how we have our power. And this is a LPG battery, I guess you could say, which we can do. I think I'm going to go ahead and start crafting up the tank and external storage, and we need to pop back upstairs and teach the system how to make entanguloporters, because we are going to be using those, especially when we start getting into Mechanism reactors and everything. So entanguloporter, I am saying that right, correct? Entanguloporter, yes. So we'll teach the system how to do that, and the only thing it doesn't know how to do is this teleportation core, which is that recipe. Fairly easy. And those are both standard crafts, so they can go directly into here, and no issues on that. And we can get an entanguloporter. We have one. Oh, we put that thermal lagging away. And we're going to need one more. Two more. Yeah, two more. And while we're here, do we have everything we need to make this? We just need liquid compressors, which we can craft one really quick, and then we'll be able to make the advanced, because that is what we are heading towards, is getting this upgraded to advanced. I guess we need more iron. There's one entanguloporter. I don't know if these stack. They don't have MBT data yet, but they may not just stack by default. Yeah, no stacking. No stacky. And then we need more advanced pressure tubes. So let's add advanced, because we're gonna have to swap out all of our pressure tubes for the advanced model. And I didn't teach the system how to make that. So the recipe of U is this. Okay. Now, pressure chamber valves, 20 of those makes 8 advanced pressure tubes, or a block of compressed iron. U, so that's 8 get 16, so you'd have to actually make 2 of these. So that's, yeah, I think, yeah, the other recipe is cheaper because we'd have to do 2 of them. Okay, so let's go ahead and get this going here and fix that. Okay, so all we need to do, we don't need any of this stuff. So, because that is already set up down there, we just need the block of compressed iron. One of those equals the advanced pressure tubes. So we're going to take this and we're going to go put it downstairs. We're also going to need a crafter. And I don't know of what tier, so when we don't know, we just go, and we go with iron and cables. Probably going to need more cables, but and a crafter and a importer. Sweet. Okay, so that should be everything we need to get this going. So first things first, let's get our crafting capabilities set up here. So let's go ahead and put this guy here, and then get our refined wrench. Gonna dump into the chest, okay? And this doesn't have a blocking mode, does it? No. I don't know if it's gonna be necessary to have a blocking mode, but we will deal with that if and when we run into any issues with it. Let's go ahead and get it online. That is correct. That pressure being released is gonna drive me nuts. And an importer. But that's also why we're doing this, so that we can, because right now we have, these guys are at they keep hitting their 5 bars. And this guy's still filling up, but he's getting close, so all this stuff is starting to back stuff on its pressure. Okay, you are set to import. So if I say I wanted advanced tubes, and I want 10 of those, let's just say 8. That way we get 1 full block of it. So it's going to do that part first, and then it's going to come over here. It dumped that into the chest. He's going to drag it over. We need to get more speed upgrades. That is you. Should have taught the system how to do this too, by the way. Sugar. Sugar. Give me a stack of sugar. Oh, we're missing sugar cane. Okay. Wow, that's all the sugar cane we had left. We had a lot of sugar cane at the beginning of this. Botany pot and a chest. Let's go put this in our storage room and just let this run. Also, we need a piece of sand or dirt. I believe you can use either or. And you are a importer? Sure. We're going to set you here with the botany pot on top, and then the sand, and then the sugar cane. You, nope. Son of a gun. Not what I wanted. You, and then you. And then, just to help it out, because it takes 20 minutes because it's nerfed in this pack, let's accelerate it because we need more. And then you can also accelerate it with bone meal too. So we can just go crazy with it. And is this importer is, nope. It's just not doing it. Excuse me, sir. Importer, sir. Import the things. There it goes. It's running now. Okay. So that was time in a bottle, and then bone meal it up. So we want speed upgrades. That thing is slow. And once we get to higher pressures, it should, I believe it'll speed up as well. I'm not going to say should, because I don't 100% remember from playthroughs I have watched in the past. Speed upgrade. Where did you go? That's you. And you. Never made the sugar. Good. Boom, boom. And we ran out of lubricant. That's unfortunate. Anyway, we validated that this crafting worked, though. We ended up with more advanced pressure tubes. So let's just go ahead and say advanced pressure tubes. Let's go ahead and craft. Let's get a whole stack. And we'll see how that handles multiple items getting dumped into here, actually. In hindsight, I should have used a different chest because I can't access that chest to see what it's doing. But we'll find out. You will find out. Let's go to our reactor. We need to get lubricant out of this guy. Thank you. And then put that there. I don't know how many speed upgrades we can have in any one machine, but we're going to put as many as we can. That's for sure. I'm sure the book would tell me if I looked in the book. I bet you it would. 10. It looks like 10 is the max. Are we stalled on pressure? We are. Okay, let's only do 7. Seven seems to be good. Okay. Anyway, we need to get our advanced liquid compressor. Now, remember, the advanced liquid compressor does require it to be cooled. So we need to get a vortex tube and a heat sink. And we need to get this set up so that the vortex tube is cooling this. So what we're going to do is break that guy and set our vortex tube to be here. But we want to reverserate it. That is you. It is already at negative 273 degrees Celsius. All right. And then pop down here. Let's put a heat sink on this bad boy so that it can start cooling off even more. Yeah. Something like that. And then we are going to take this and break it. Break that. Get this. Change this. That was interesting. Put this here. So this is going to cool down. All right, this does need to be in the negative 50. Out of fuel, pressure, heat. The higher the heat, the lower the efficiency. The bottom arrow indicates where the efficiency will start to drop, and the top arrow indicates the 0% efficiency mark. Unlike you might expect from this mod, it won't explode when it gets too cold. Okay, we're at negative 4. So it is, yeah, negative 50 is where we need to be. Correct. Let's get the book. That would be in U and no compressors. Advanced liquid compressor. It must be cooled as efficient will drop where there no air is generated at all. Yeah, so it needs cooled. This is at negative 29 degrees Celsius. Negative 31. So it is cooling down as it gains pressure. So what we want to do now is start swapping out for advanced pressure tubes. Now the question is, do these connect? They do. So we need to very quickly, because that's very loud. There we go. And those will start filling up those ones. And then lastly, while that's doing that, we need to go into our storage room and set up our black hole unit. Black hole tank. We're going to set you up here, my friend. Right at the top. You're going to be numero uno. We're going to set up a quantum entanguloporter. The only thing that I don't care about with the quantum entanguloporters is that all sides are configured as inputs by default, and I don't necessarily want that. So you got to go in here and turn it off. I wish there was a way to like change that to be default. Okay, so fluids is going to be an output to the right on the LPG channel set, which is going to fill this up. Bam, 29 buckets. I'm also going to want a... Oh, actually, I didn't need these quantum entanguloporters. I forgot, because we're going to set up an external storage. and be able to use refined storage to pipe everything in. And you are on a liquid. Because I was just going to throw the quantum entangle porter on the dude in here. But it's not necessary because this will do it for us. An exporter there of LPG. Need to get a bucket. Do I have a bucket of LPG? I do. It's good to have. Good to have. We're going to say fluids LPG. And that should start filling this guy up with LPG. With all that we have, essentially. And it's going to run. And it's at negative 97. So it should be running efficiently. No problems reported. It is generating 62.5 milliliters per tick. To put that in perspective, these are generating 10 milliliters per tick. So there is a pretty significant difference on that. Now, heat sinks, do they need to be like insulated, covered, or something? I'm not 100% sure. But what we can do is do that to make sure this thing don't explode on us. And security upgrades, speed upgrades, volume upgrades. Removing upgrades will keep the pressure constant. Okay. And yes, LPG is still the best fluid to put in here. And if I say put these 4 speed upgrades in there, are you able to maintain your LPG? I don't want those in there anymore. I don't even want these guys set up anymore. We just want this one machine to be running. Okay, it is not able to maintain its temperature. It's generating heat too much. Oh, and I forgot to swap out the rest of the pipes. So these are going to explode. Also, this guy's going to explode. Let's correct this really quick before we have a catastrophic failure. Oh, that's volume. We need to be able to have more pressure. How can we get more pressure into this thing? We're going to have explosions here very soon. Run at high speed. Stop doing your thing. Do we need a bigger pressure chamber? Does that allow us to hold 20 bar of pressure? Where would I find that? Is it under machines? Components, renewables, biodiesel, pneumatic armor. That's what we're working towards. Machines. Did I already look in here? I think I did. Base concepts. Pressure tiers. Tier 1 machines are capable of nominally resisting 5 bar. Tier 2 can resist up to 20 bar. That we know already. Where are you, my friend? Index. So we need pressure chamber. There we go. 5x5 chamber with 4 valves. See, we built the 5x5. How do we get it to hold more, be able to have more pressure? I just don't want it to explode. Or would it be smart of us to just leave this system running off of the regular LPG and then swap this? Man, I thought this could have more bar too. What is wrong with you? You're out of pressure. Yeah, because I turned it off. I remember now. I thought this could go up to 20 bar of pressure. No, that's just volume. Did I just make this thing for nothing? Like, was this pointless to do? I'm confused. It looks like depends on the machine, I guess. So at Pneumaticraft. See, again, like I said, we are learning together, and I do not know how any of this stuff works. Max pressure 5 bar. So you can't upgrade that to hold 20 bar. I guess that makes sense. Okay. So really this upgrade that we got is going to be mainly used to charge our armor. Charging module. And then the charging station, yes, that has a max pressure of 20 bar. Okay. I'm understanding now. So basically what we need to do is go back to the way that we had it before. And we can pump LPG into this guy. That's not a big deal. But we're going to go ahead and... Oh, we gotta break this. And then we want to switch back to this. Okay. And then you still have lava in you, so you need to burn through that lava. And then we are going to export again the LPG. Okay, so let's get cables. Do I have a cable on me? I do. Exporter. There. I do not have LPG on me anymore, but maybe I can get it out of this guy. We're going to set this guy up over here. Get my bucket. Can I get that back? I can. And you are going to export fluids. As soon as that runs out of lava, it can switch over to doing LPG. Okay. So that's going to do its thing, and it's going to run these machines off of this lava. No way to dump the lava unless I get a chest. I don't think so. Or a tank. You have lubricant. You have LPG. Are you full on your LPG? Yeah, you're full. So I don't have anywhere to dump that. Tank. Give me a fluid tank, please. And that LPG bucket can go away. We're going to want a security module on you. And let's not break everything again and explode everything again. And look, we ran out of all of our pressure in this thing. How did we run out of all of our pressure, though? That's the question. Like, we didn't have a leak, like a major leak anywhere, did we? That's concerning. There's not even enough pressure to make this compressed iron. Son of a biscuit. I need to set up these air compressors again. And give them their coal. 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 And then security. Not volume. Security. Security. And you can get speed. Get these speed upgrades. Get this freaking lava out of here, okay? Start building up pressure again. Meanwhile, over here, we're going to set this guy back up how we had it. But he is going to be his own little separate unit, it seems. Vortex tube. I'd like you to place in a upwardly direction, please. Because I don't know if this is going to want to rotate you upwardly. Oh, I did. Okay. And then I somehow have to sneak the heatsink down here, and it's bedrock, so I kind of can't easily. I left the heatsink over here. I did. Set up the heatsink. Nope. Can you rotate that for me? There we go. Okay, so here's the problem that I'm going to run into. How do I get the vortex tube to start cooling so that this can start generating? Redstone disallows this machine to function. Go ahead and first off, we are going to pump pressure out of this here into that. So let's do this and then this. So you're going to pump pressure from there. And then we want our charging station. We're going to set this guy up, say here, with an advanced pressure tube. Bam, bam. Fix the hole. Start. And it's hot, so it's not going to be doing like super good, but it'll start cooling this. As the pressure increases, the efficiency will increase. And then I got to run and get LPG run over here too. And you're running on LP. You're still running on lava. Okay. So then finally, I need to get another exporter. Get these cables run over here so that this guy can do his thing. And boop. Exporter. Just gotta craft that up really quick. Shouldn't take terribly too long. Bam. And can you stop jumping, please? When I hold shift, it is jumping, which is really weird. And then I just need my bucket of LPG back. LPG bucket. So I can tell this thing to also export LPG. Cool. So that's going to refill that guy back up. Network reader can go away. You can go away. I don't know how this empty PCB ended up in my inventory. Yeah, so you are sitting at that 50 mark, but this thing should start cooling. Top temperature, bottom temperature. The top temperature is at 44, and it's going down as the pressure builds up. Yes. It was like negative 100 and 200 degrees over there. Yeah, okay, it's coming down, and this is building up. Do these heat sinks need air around them? That is a highly possible thing. So let's just get air around the whole thing. Yeah, because it dissipates air. I think it dissipates through air. So we'll just leave that there like that. And we'll see how this goes. But it is cooling down significantly faster now. And then we have a charging station, which is where we can put our armor, which is going to be what we get next episode. I think that we should be able to get a full set of this armor plus upgrades fairly easily next episode. Yeah. Amadron, what do you got for me? You keep saying you got new offers. What you got? Same old, same old. Diesel, we got lubricant, you got lubricant, we've got prismarine arrows, a revolver drum, some concrete, anything like, you know, good. Not that these immersive engineering trades aren't the worst, but yeah, you got nothing that I'm interested in right now. So you go away. Just cleaning up my inventory here real quick before we start diving into our armor. So next episode, I think next episode should wrap us up on our Pneumaticraft here, and we are going to work on getting all of the armor. So what I'm going to do is, these require air canisters, so I'm going to teach the system how to make these, and then, because it requires a lot of air canisters, and I'm going to teach the system how to make the regular armor too. Yeah, so that way we can just get it crafted, get it going, and not have to sit around and wait. So yeah, anyway, if you enjoyed this episode, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Apologize if I'm not too super duper familiar with Pneumaticraft and how it works, and so I'm figuring out a lot of things with you guys. I hope you enjoy that. I don't know how well that's going to go, because I'm not an expert. Really, I'm not an expert in any of these mods or anything, but I'm definitely not an expert in Pneumaticraft, so I'm figuring it out as I go along. So I hope that's okay with y'all. We'll get better in future playthroughs, because the only way to learn is to play. So anyway, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.